There's one thing I want to talk to you about today because this is something that almost every business owner that I talk to struggles with, and that is content. Content for the social media channels, their websites, their videos, everything. And I totally understand that, and I've been there. And what I've come to realize is that we kind of get focused on creating new content, being innovative, having something brand new to talk about. And yes, is that important? Sure. But what can happen is that we get sort of stuck when we feel like everything has to be like new and sparkly, when in reality, we are sitting on so much content that we've already created that can actually create 3 weeks of content for you. Okay, 3 weeks of content. Yes, that's correct. And it takes you out of feeling like you're stuck and unsure of what to put out there because just one thing can reproduce itself into 3 pieces of content. So let me show you how to do this.
Okay, so this is how you can just spend 2 to 3 hours a week creating content, or 2 to 3 hours, I should say, maybe within your month, and then having content for 3 weeks. Okay, this is the thing. It's really good to get really good at one platform like Instagram or TikTok or LinkedIn, wherever it is that you feel your ideal client spends the most time. But in reality, is that our ideal client is actually on more than just one platform. What that means is that we don't necessarily need to create brand new content, but we need to just diversify what we've already created. So this is where I would start if you want to test this out. So the first thing that I would do is create a 5-minute video for YouTube, something like what I'm doing right now, turns into a 5-minute or so YouTube. And then what I can do is actually cut this into 3 to 4 short videos that I can post on Instagram as Reels, TikToks as videos. I can post it on Pinterest as well, and I can post it on YouTube Shorts. Okay, so we're seeing 3 to 4 short videos that can go into 1, 2, 3, 4 different platforms. 4 different platforms. That's a lot of content right there. You're basically creating a little series for your Instagram, your TikTok, your Pinterest, and your YouTube Shorts. So it's going to keep people coming back. So like, okay, step 1, what's this? When are they launching step 2? I want to watch it, right? And then from this 5-minute video for YouTube, you can also create 6 posts. 6 posts for your Instagram. So what that looks like is you can write 2 to 3 regular posts. And what I would do is take specific information from here. So far from what I've said is that I can do a post that says, one of the things that business owners struggle with is content and creating new content. But the reality is that we're sitting on so much content, and just spending 2 to 3 hours a month can create 3 weeks of content. Want to know how? Reach out to me, send me a DM. Another post can be the first half of this video where I said, create a 5-minute video for YouTube. And then from there, you can cut that into 3 to 4 short videos that you can post on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, and YouTube Shorts. That's 2 posts right there. And then you can also do that for carousel posts. The carousel posts are the ones where there's more than one image and you kind of scroll through. So in those images, I would go in a little bit more detail. So then I would talk about, okay, so if your video would create a scenario, if your video is about, the best mugs out there, then, like step 1 is like how to choose the best mug. Step 1 is blah, blah, blah. That's one's carousel. Step 2 is blah, blah, blah. Step 3 is blah, blah, blah. Want to know the 4th and 5th step? Send me a DM. Whatever that looks like for you in your post, right? And then you can actually share these 2 to 3 regular posts, and 2 to 3 carousel posts can go on your Instagram, your Facebook, your Pinterest, and LinkedIn. Usually you have your Instagram and your Facebook linked together so that when you're posting on Instagram, it automatically posts on Facebook. Your Pinterest, when you actually go onto your Instagram, you have a share button, and on there, if you have the Pinterest app on your phone, you can automatically share it to your Pinterest. Then LinkedIn, you almost have to do it automatically, which is okay, but then you can also post it on LinkedIn. And then if you want to take this a step further, what you can do is actually create 2 to 3 sound bites. Take that from your 5-minute video and put it on top of B-roll. B-roll is, for example, royalty-free footage that you can find online that doesn't have copyrights that you can use. Or maybe you live near the water and you film the water a lot. And what you do is you take the sound or a section of sound from the video and put it on top of those visuals. It's another way to get people interacting with your videos. And what you can do is post it again on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Pinterest. The thing is that it takes people like 20 plus times to really understand what you're talking about. And if it's about an offer, for them to understand what the offer really does, is it for them, and for them to then decide, yes, this is actually something that is for me and I should look into it further. So don't feel like, you're repeating the same things over and over again, because you're really not. And your audience, yes, they're listening, they're watching, but they're not like super into your business the way that you are. So you might feel like there's a bit of repetition going on, but your audience is not going to see that, especially because we're showing up on different platforms too. And then lastly, if you want to take this a step further, and this is actually great for SEO on your website, is editing your script that you did for your 5-minute video and putting it as a blog post on your website. So SEO is the search engine optimization of your site. And what this is having keywords on your website that when someone Googles those keywords, your website pops up. Now, editing a website can take a really long time. So having a blog is a great way for you to add those keywords as they come up in your business, in whatever it is that you're doing, or, like maybe a specific promotion or service that there's a certain keyword associated with it, like mugs is the word that we're focusing on. So you can do a blog post instead of going into your site and editing all your alt text for your pictures and all like the SEO behind your site. You can actually do that through a blog, because Google will read your blog, understand your blog, see the words that you're repeating, and use that as the keyword to populate this when you're doing when it's searching your site and people are looking for stuff. So that is a great tool. Pinterest is like the image Google. That's how I like to phrase it. So Pinterest is a great place to be at, because people are going onto Pinterest and searching specific words to see specific information, right? To see specific pictures, travel itineraries, outfit inspirations, whatever it is that people are searching on there. So it is a really great place to be on, and you don't necessarily need to create new content for it. What I will say is that try this out for yourself and see how it works for you, how you feel comfortable with it, because with one video, you now have 3 weeks of content, if not more, and you're showing up in a lot of different places, making it easier for your ideal client to find you. Now, what I suggest is that this is a fantastic starting point. And then from here, what I would do is get a little bit more technical. Once you get into the rhythm and feel comfortable doing this, get more technical on different platforms, because what works on Instagram may work on TikTok, but the algorithm and the way that people consume content on TikTok is a little bit different. Now, that's not to say that what you're posting on Instagram can't go on TikTok, but once you get really comfortable on one platform, you can then go, okay, you know what, this video did really well on Instagram, but if I were to do it on TikTok, based on what I'm seeing and what's coming up for me on my feed and what I'm stopping to scroll, I think I should actually maybe refilm this in a slightly different way or edit this in a different way, because you're noticing that the way that the content is coming up on this platform is tweaked a little bit different. Pinterest is probably one of the easy examples that I can share with you, and that is that they don't necessarily use square images, do they? Yeah. Yes, they do. But you can actually take up more real estate with something that's more the size of what you would mostly see in your Instagram stories. So that's something, again, that is like a strategy switch that you can do to just better execute your stuff on the different platforms. But while you're getting started and while you're just growing your reach, don't get stuck on making things perfect. Focus more on just getting out there, generating traffic onto your different platforms, onto your website. And then as you grow, you can actually then create really good strategies for all these different platforms. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment.